Here is the review of Transformers Beast Wars Polarclaw. As you can see, he is, as you can tell, a polar bear. And it looks nice, but my only problem with it is you can see like bits of robot kibble, well, robot mode parts peeking out on the sides here. And these red things here on the sides, which are for his robot mode, and the back of his back legs here, you can see his robot mode legs here. But there's like nothing you could do with it. Of course, like with all the other Beast Wars characters in Beast Mode. Now you may notice that I do have a clear piece of tape wrapped around one of his front legs, and I will explain why I have a clear piece of tape wrapped around this leg here when we get to robot mode. But for the whole polar bear mode itself, on his face, he does have some yellow on his eyes, black for his, yes, he has black on his nose, and some black here, like underneath his nose. He has some blue painted in claws for all four of his feet. And everything else is completely white. Oh, and also he does have some nice fur detail on him, like on the top, on his legs here. Well, all four of his legs, and also here on both sides. And also some fur detail on the beast mode head. And he does have a little tail here. And that's about it for the beast mode. There's like not a whole lot to it. he does have a gimmick in beast mode. And to activate it, you would take both of his back legs and bring them back. And you have to do it on both of his back legs, because if you do it on one leg at a time, it's like not gonna work. But when you bring back his legs, his mouth will open and you have some teeth that pops out. Oh, and one more detail I forgot to show y'all is he also has some molded in teeth on the inside of the jaw here. But when you bring back both of his legs, you get this. I will have to zoom back some. His mouth will open and some more teeth will pop out, which are fangs or I think canines. I'm gonna go ahead and call them fangs. And he does have some more sculpted in teeth. Yeah. You can see right there between these two fangs here. And for articulation, there's like not a lot. The only articulation that he has is he has ball joints on the front legs, and if you want to, you can move them on this hinge joint here, but that's like due to the transformation. And his back legs are on ball joints. Yeah, I think that they are on ball joints. But if you want to move them independently without having the other side move as well, because of the gimmick, you will have to hold one leg to move the other leg. You can see and that's about it for the beast mode. So now to transform him, you want to come to the back legs and take these things, which are his robot mode legs, and pull them out. and bring them down. And you do want to hold one of his legs to rotate the other side down, because of course, the gimmick. And you do want to take these back feet, which are the back claws, and fold them up. And then you want to come underneath and flip out his robot mode feet. Then you want to take the front legs and bring them up. Then bring these out. Then rotate his elbows around and flip out his robot mode hands. Now you're going to take this piece and open it up, and you can see his robot mode head. And he does have two faces. And then you want to take the polar bear head here and this piece, untap it and bring it up, and this will allow you to take the polar head and rotate it around to reveal the robot mode head. Then you just close this up and bring this down, and this hole is going to go into that peg right there. And these things, you can have these however you want. You can either have them like this, or you can rotate them around so they're on his back, like this. However you want to display these. And you're done. I was just checking on something. But the robot mode does look really gray. And he does have a lot of red on him to help break up some of this white. But the hands here, well, the hands are red, but as you can see, they're painted red. And he does have some black on him, like here, and his legs here, which are his knees here. And of course red on his feet here. And his head sculpt. Now, he comes with two faces. The one that's on him is like a more toy accurate face here. And as you can see, it does have some like some of that mustard yellow on him, which is on his face. Some red on his eyes. And of course some black around his head. But when you rotate the toy accurate face around, you get a more comic book accurate Polarclaw with just the whole red face with some black on his eyes. Oh, and this part here does push down, but I have no idea what this is for. I think that this is, I think that that's supposed to have him like a comic book accurate Polarclaw. I haven't read, well, I didn't read like the Beast Wars comic. I'm not talking about the new one, because I don't think he appeared in the new Beast Wars IDW comic. But I have heard some great things about the new Beast Wars IDW comic. But the comic that I'm talking about is the one that came out in 2006 to 2007, which Polarclaw did appear in. And I think that this middle head crest is pushed down to give him like a comic book accurate look. But I like to have him with a more toy accurate version. And like you saw, if you have this head crest pushed down, and if you rotate it around, it pops back up. And for articulation, his head is, of course, like you saw, on a swivel. Shoulders are on a ball joint. Elbows are on a ball joint. Legs can go forward, back. They only move out to about there because these things get in the way. Knee, due to the transformation, and that's it. Now, he does have some features, a couple features in robot mode. And they're located on these two things, which were his front legs. For this leg here, if you bring it around, and as you push this button here, this front leg will pop out. You have to push it this way. And it transforms into a little bat. And the way he pops out is these two things pop out and some wings pop out underneath these. And this front paw flips in and you have a little bat. And it does have a little bat's face molded in. As you can see there. And you can have him hold this. And the way he holds it is this peg goes into either one of his either one of his hands. So you can have him hold it if you want to. Now for the other one here, and this is where I put this tape around it, because what you're supposed to do is when you flick this switch, a claw pops out. But mine is really like sensitive, like it doesn't go in all the way. I'll show you, but first I gotta get this tape off of it. See? So, if you would flick this switch, this claw will pop out. And then you can bring this all the way back, just like that. And the reason why mine is sensitive is I try to put this back in, but it keeps wanting to pop out by itself. And every time I like try to touch this, well, not every time, just sometimes. When I try to move this, it keeps popping out. Because the spring on mine is really sensitive. So that's why I wrapped around a clear piece of tape on this front leg here from the beast mode. And that's it. So, final thoughts. His beast mode does look great, but like with all the other beast characters, they have some robot kibble peeking out in their beast forms. But it still looks great. And the robot mode does look great too. But I do have a couple problems with it. And that is, his robot mode legs are a bit limited in posability. And his head crest sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't on mine. When you want him a more toy accurate face sculpt or a more comic book accurate face sculpt. What I mean by that is, when you rotate his head, if this is pushed down, it pops back up. And of course, the claw gimmick on mine is really sensitive, which means it doesn't lock into place on mine. But everything else looks great. So, I think that's about it. So, there you have it. Transformers Beast Wars Polarclaw. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel for any reviews you may have missed. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.